want you like me? Who's gonna love you like me? Who's gonna run to you when you're lonely? Oh, you know it's me, girl, you know it's me.
Okay, so I've got to ask you the big question.
Yes.
Cash Money. You left, is it?
Yes.
Well, we know the official reason that was given for that, but I'm obviously keen to hear from yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it started off amazingly. It was great, and you know, I still got a lot of love for them and what they do, and they are, of course, such a successful label. But it just wasn't right for me in the end. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, it was great. We had a lot of success, but then like because I got a lot of success through my pop material, it felt like that was all that was getting the push, and it was just the pop stuff. And I, of course, you know, I'm an R&B lover and an R&B boy, and I wanted to be able to get that kind of material heard from me because the rest of the world knows me for that. The rest of the world knows songs like Ride It and Stay and all that stuff, which I needed America to hear, but I wasn't getting that chance to do it because at the end of the day, it's a music business. So what is selling is the pop stuff. I had to make a conscious decision to go, okay, I am okay with not doing this anymore. And I'm actually happier going into a niche genre, like R&B. And I think a lot of people might think that's crazy because everyone's going the other way. They're going from that to the pop
the pop side of things. But it seems to have a bit more commercial value, doesn't it, really? Now, the interesting thing about that is because Cash Money actually signed you up on the back of Ride It, didn't they?
They did, exactly.
And that was a very, very different thing to obviously what you were doing out there.
Exactly, and I, you know, that's what I talked to Baby about, and Baby knows that, and I've said it to him. Like the reason why the song Mars came out was because I said to Birdman, I said, look, man, you signed me off of the back of Ride It. I need to give my fans some of that R&B flavor again. So I did that song called Mars with Rick Ross, and they did give me the chance to do that, and they supported me. But it will never get the same amount of push or success as a big pop record. And so when it got to that point, I was just like, guys, I think it's pretty obvious. I need to go and do my thing. And they were like, yeah, man, it's, you know, we get it.
Because it was amicable, wasn't it, in the end? But having said that, I mean, the whole going out to the US, how important was that for you to develop as an artist and even to get the exposure that you needed to?
Massive, man. I mean, who gets to do that? You know what I mean? Who gets to go over to America and break America and become a household name in America, you know?
Well, you did.
Yeah, it was amazing, bro. I'm just sitting here thinking about all the different states that I went to, and at least I covered 90% of all the states of America where I performed there, did radio interviews there, did live performances, TV shows across the whole of the United States. You know, and that for me was just, that's a dream come true.
That actually brings me into another question. I mean, obviously, since you've been out in the States, there's been a bit of a transformation physically. So tell me a bit about that. I mean, how important is physically looking good as part of the music business?
It is, man. I wanted to push myself to a level in terms of my physique where, you know, Usher's got a good physique, Chris Brown, Justin, they all have good physiques, but I wanted to take it to a next level where it was like just a bit more on the like, okay, it's more than just like because he wants to take his shirt off. It's just like a bit more of a thing. And what ended up happening with that was I actually really enjoy I just enjoy health and fitness a lot now. Wear really tight t-shirts, that's all it is.
Tight t-shirts.
Tight t-shirts that don't fit you and are made for 13-year-olds. Okay. And it makes you look bigger.
But see, I get a hard time. I get a hard time for doing that. I get a hard time. I mean, I normally go 2 sizes smaller than my actual size. Right. I get a hard time. But it's nice to hear that coming from the horse's mouth.
No, I'm being stupid. Of course.
I wish I was being stupid.
I just work hard at it, man. I am, you know, I'm a little bit sort of not obsessive is the wrong word, it has a wrong connotation, but I'm very regimented in when it comes to my training and eating regime. So even with my food, you know, I'll bring it with me for the whole day. So usually I eat the same thing every day, and I'll have it 6 different portions of the 6 different of the same thing. You know, all day, every day. And so basically the taste and food and flavor and all that stuff, unfortunately, is not what I live for. Now it's just food, it's energy for me.
Food is basically nutrition to get you from one place to another.
It doesn't always have to be like that. Indians, we have really bad genes. Awful genetics.
Well, I use that all the time.
We do. I'm sorry, I think we have the worst genetics when it comes to like, when do you don't normally see that many ripped Indian dudes around, just walking around.
No, it's just a coincidence that we're both sitting here, really.
So like, you know, it's hard I think it's hard for us. So I have to be, it's hard for me. I used to be a fat kid, so I have to be careful of what I eat.
Okay. So what is like a typical, you said, do you have like a protein allowance that you have each day?
I usually eat about 300 grams of protein a day.
300 grams of protein.
So I don't actually have protein shakes.
You don't have any, so
No.
you do that purely through nutrition.
Through nutrition.
That's a lot of food. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like that's more
what I
than
mean.
that. It's like 10 chicken breasts a day.
That's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food.
So
that's why you pack lunch with that, though, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah. I knew it had to be yours because you only have a packed lunch in a Louis Vuitton bag if you're Jay Short. Okay.
So I try, you know, to eat as much whole foods and real food as I can.
Okay.
And I usually drink a gallon of water a day, but during a day like this, it's impossible. I'll be running off the toilet every 10 minutes. So yeah, just, you know, keep that in check.
So it's all natural, because this is the other thing that comes into question. Everyone knows stateside people like to experiment. They don't call it roids, they call it growth hormones.
Oh, well, growth hormones is steroid. It is the same thing.
And that, I mean, that surely must have been the easier option. A lot of people doing it out there as they are here, right?
The thing is, I've been training for about 9 years consistently, but different looks.
Okay.
So there was, you know, the skinnier, more toned me.
Yeah.
Down, people think I was big. I wasn't big in down. I was 140 pounds. I'm
Okay.
175 pounds now. So
Okay.
I'm just doing in pounds because of America. They just
Yeah,
don't
no.
understand stuff. So I had different looks. So I adjust my training routine and my diet according to what look I want.
Okay. Can you tell that I train?
Yeah, bro. You see the chest is.
Thank you. I mean, I'm getting compliments.
Bigging out the chest there.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, it's good, bro.
Yeah, two sides is too small.
There
That's
you
a
go.
secret.
There you
Compliment
go.
from Jay Sean said I'm in good shape.
There you go.
You only ever wanted honesty. I'm standing here trying to give you all of me. Don't tell me that your love is running cold for me when we both know that's not true.
So Jay, obviously the reason you're here is to promote Mistress 2.
Yes.
Would you say this is your best work to date?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure all artists say this is my best one, but the reason why, and it's always usually their latest one, right?
Of course.
But for me, the reason why I'm so excited about the Mistress is because, you know, the Mistress 1 for me was like a labor of love. It was something that happened because of the fact that I was getting too frustrated at writing all of these generic pop songs that we ended up finding ourselves having to do, you know what I mean? Because again, the pressure to you know, write something that's going to sell.
Yeah.
What happens with that is there's a part of you that gets unfulfilled. There's a part of me which was unsatisfied. I had all this emotion, I had all this stuff to give, all this soul to get out, and it wasn't getting it. It had no outlet. So that was my outlet, and it was the Mistress 1. And I enjoyed that so much that I had to do the Mistress Part 2.
I know that we've talked about the pop side of things and how you're trying to move away from that. But Down obviously is like
Pop monster.
Pop monster. And it's a song I love. I mean, it's one of those songs, and we've all got these songs that you just can't get out of your head once you heard it. So
earworm, they call that. They call it an earworm.
They call it earworm. Okay, so I've been listening to that all morning pretty much. I've been thinking about it as I'm talking to you.
Right.
Is there anything on Mistress 2 that has that kind of power where it can earworm?
No, nothing.
So do you
Nothing on the Mistress 2 is that blatantly, obviously gonna hook you in like that. It's not. I intentionally didn't write it like that.
Okay. Because you don't see that as having, you see that maybe it's having commercial value but not any kind of artistic value, is that why?
Exactly.
That should be a PR
Basically.
Yeah.
Listen,
You got rhymes for that, haven't you?
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head there, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm not saying it lacks substance. That song means so much to so many people.
Yeah.
You know, Down has changed people's lives, man. It's insane the amount of people who have come up to me and said, you don't understand that song, how much it means to me.
Yeah.
And the slow jam version of it has been on so many people's first songs for their weddings, their first dance, ridiculous amounts. So clearly it has some beautiful meaning to people.
Yeah.
But I knew, for all intents and purposes, it's still a fun, uplifting song. And this is not that. This is not fun and uplifting. This is a mood. You get lost in it. If you listen to the Mistress, you will get lost in it. You'll understand. You'll think you're that guy every time you sing, because you're like, holy shit, I feel like I know this. I know these three people.
Yeah.
That's how I wanted to picture it.
Okay, and that's coming out when exactly, Jay?
November the 18th.
November 18th. Okay.
So easy.
Yeah.
So it's not on iTunes, obviously, because it's free.
Yeah.
It's going to be up on one page and one page only, until, of course, other people rip it and put it up on their blogs and stuff. But the page that you want to go to is www.themistresstapes.com. The MistressTapes.com, as if, you know, there was some, you know what I'm saying, like hidden camera or a hidden thingy. That's how I wanted to make it. England is the first place in the whole world that I have been doing this promotional tour for the Mistress, and that's intentionally because it did start here, and because my fans from here made me in the beginning, and they are the ones who own me. They are, without a doubt. They can claim me because they can be like, I went to Southall Park when you did your first ever show. I went there when you didn't even know that you had fans and you didn't even have an autograph ready. I was there, and those people can say that, and those people might be, they might be like in their 30s right now, but they can be like, yo, I was there. And so, you know what, if it wasn't for those people, I wouldn't be here. So I have to come back and be like, you guys get this first.
If you could collaborate with anyone, dead or alive, artist, who would that be?
Jay-Z, simply for one reason and one reason only. I know there's no amount of money you can pay Jay-Z to work with you. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. I'll give you $500,000. What are you talking about? I make that like in 15 seconds just sitting here. You know, he doesn't need the money for that. He would only, I feel, go on someone's song if he thought genuinely this deserves my name on it. You know what I mean? Because I'm Jay-Z and I just won't go on anything. So if he came on one of my songs, that would be a massive compliment.
So I mean, is that a possibility? Has that been talked about?
We have the same, believe it or not, we have the same hairdresser. We have the same barber. So in America, my barber, shout out Johnny Cakes, cuts Jay-Z's hair, Pharrell's hair, and a bunch of other people, and he cuts me.
And what was his name?
Johnny Cake.
Johnny Cake, guys.
Johnny Cake.
Where's he based?
He's in Inglewood, New Jersey, and he cuts Jay-Z, and it's funny because like literally I'll get my cut before him, and I'm like, and he'll be like, yeah, yo man, I'm running late to see Jay because I'm like, oh yeah, just Jay-Z. Yeah, to Jay-Z. After Jay Sean, you're going to Jay-Z, of course.
He's doing alphabetically.
It's quite
an organised way by the sounds of things.
Take my mixtape with you and just play it subtly in the background. That's probably how it would happen.
Well, look, obviously, one of the things that I'm sure you've been asked 100 times is about yourself, Rishi, and Juggy.
And the song, and when is it coming?
Coming back together. Is it going to happen?
It is going to happen.
It is,
It's going to happen. Timelines are a risky business.
You
know, I've learned that the hard way. Like, you tell them it's coming out in November, and then it doesn't come out in November, and it gets stalled for some reason or another. People don't even understand why things get stalled, by the way. There's a lot of legal reasons why. It's not because of us, it's not because we haven't done it necessarily. Admittedly, in this situation, we haven't done the song yet. But you know, like when things get stalled, it's not because of the artist. It's usually some stuff, drama going on at the labels. They have to push this artist first and then this and then blah, and tie them together and advertising campaigns. And it has so much. This is what I'm telling you. This is the reason why I left the major, because it's so crazy like that. But me and Rishi and Juggy just haven't done the right song yet. We got 1.5 days in the studio together. That's all we got. So we're probably going to go to Atlanta where Rishi's studio is and knock it out there.
But we've got a time frame on this at all? Or
I'm not going to give you a time frame.
You're going to keep us hanging with this?
I'm not going to give you a time frame.
In short, if someone wants to dress like you, someone wants to imitate your style, I mean, I'm sure you don't want them to imitate it right down to the T, but where would you suggest that they go to do that?
I shop at a lot of boutique places, like, you know, things that I buy, like this shirt, for example, is just, it's cut in a certain way, and it's very fitted, and it's actually from a store in New York called Attica, which does a lot of one-off pieces and stuff like that. But then, man, I'm telling you, even places like Zara and stuff do amazing stuff. Believe it or not, there's so many things that I bought from Zara that is my staple go-to. I'm like, oh no, I need to wear that Zara shirt. I need to wear that Zara, you know. So even, you know, that I still very much European fashion. Even when I live in America, I still very much European.
Okay, mate. Well, look, it's been a pleasure seeing you again. Third time lucky. Enjoyed having you, and definitely let us know next time you're down here.
Man, will do.
I didn't use down on purpose. Then I just mean next time you're here.
I got you, bro.
Pleasure, mate.
Ooh, you'll never find my tears in the ocean.